Hello pretties, welcome to Lifestyle. So today I have like my shop my stash for spring inspiration video, I guess you can call it. I really just like grabbed some things from my collection that I thought inspired me for spring. I did already film a eyeshadow palette edition of this, which was my Sunday video, so I'll make sure to link that, up here so you guys can check that out. I just like said I just feel like I needed to like look and see what else I've got that gives me that spring vibe. I will say though that I'm actually really shocked with myself with what I'm really looking forward to this spring, because a year ago I could not stand the color pink, but I know I have a pink room, and that's not in a sense like I didn't want pink in my makeup. I just wasn't looking forward to it, so I hadn't be using pink in my makeup, not for eyeshadow, not for nothing. And like my preferences definitely have shifted, because in even my eyeshadow palettes I noticed there was so much pink and rosy themes, like pink, rosy, mauvey is really what I was leaning towards, with a hint of green. So I'm really into greens this season as well. Now, even though I did do an eyeshadow palette, I do have some eyeshadow products. So I kind of want to go over those first because it's not a lot. So first I have actually my BYOP palette for this month. So I'll link that as well so you guys can check it out. But it's my Makeup Geek. I'm just like really into this pinky and green colors. That's what I'm looking forward to this spring, and I feel like that embodies exactly that, just pink and greens. Now, also with that green theme, I have a couple of singles from, that's not the one, I forgot to get this one out, from Urban Decay. I will say these ones are expensive, but it is the Sephora VIB sale coming up, so you can potentially get this in a sale if you decide to get them. But I have two right here. So I have, this is Lucid, and it's kind of like a duochrome, like mermaid scale holographic shade. Not that was a terrible reflection, but it looks white right there. Okay, see if it looks better in a swatch. I just don't think that it's doing it justice. My camera is just, the color is acting weird, it's off, but it's like a purple, blue, green holographic kind of shadow, and it's kind of light. It's not too reflective, but it just has this really pretty wash of color that I feel like it's really nice for this springtime, where it's colorful but it's subtle. So like I said, I'm really into those pinks, greens, pastels, but I'm really into colorful things this spring. I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. And then the other one I have here is Solstice. Now Solstice looks quite dark, but it's actually quite impressive. Like, it stays a lot softer. It has very strong pink, blue, purple shifts to it, and it's very, very, very pretty. There's that. So I just want to shout out to those two, to those eyeshadows, because those are also what I'm leaning towards this spring. Something else that I'm looking forward to this spring, I do have two highlighters. One, I just don't feel like going for something very golden, so I actually grabbed Opal, which is definitely, it's more like a champagne taupey kind of color, which I'm actually surprised that I love so much, but it's not gold in your face kind of thing. And then something else that I wanted to gravitate to, or that I'm feeling a pull towards, is more pinky blushes. So this is definitely more pinky, not blush, sorry, highlighter. So I'm definitely leaning towards these kinds of shades right now. That being said, I've also really been leaning towards like pinky blushes. So I grabbed two blushes, well, technically more than two, but you'll see. So I grabbed Caramel from Persona Cosmetics. If I can open it, Jesus Christ. There it is. So it's like a mauve pink neutral shade, and it just has this beautiful undertones that just goes very well with pinks without being a bam pink in your face. And from that same feeling, I grabbed Blush Aesthetic from Los Angeles, and I know it looks quite warm, but specifically the three shades that I was looking towards is this three right here. Because Caramel's actually quite similar to that Persona shade, but then I also wanted something pink, but it's a little more neutral. And then Sangria has a bit of those pinks, but it's definitely more in your face kind of shade. And these are just the three shades that I'm kind of leaning towards. This is the color scheme, this spring vibe for me 2022 at least. All right, let's move along. I have actually another product for eyes. I have my Honeydew, it is Honeydew, yeah, eyeliner from ColourPop. I just feel like something about a white liner in your waterline just makes your eyes pop, and it just looks so much brighter. And in the spring, I just want everything bright and poppy, and I feel like this just makes everything just bright and poppy, and I appreciate that so much. Now everything else is pretty much lip products, so let's actually no, I have two more blushes. So I have two cream blushes from Rare Beauty. So this is a new shade in Hope. And now Hope is honestly like the liquid version, I feel like, of that Persona shade. It's quite mauve pink without like neutral, without being too like in your face. So you have that right there. And then you have Bliss. Now Bliss is the neutral, more warm version of that. Oh Lord. Okay, I definitely need to use this liquid blush because it looks like it might start going back on me because it's starting like separating. That's bad. Okay, so you see like the more neutral version of that. And those are just kind of the shades I'm looking forward towards this year. Okay, give me a second, guys. I need to like wet my hand and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I have two lip glosses from Persona Cosmetics. I have pink right here, and this is Shortcake. Yeah, Shortcake. And Shortcake looks actually quite mauve purple, but it's actually quite pink in the lips, and or at least under my skin tone it does. And these are just, again, those same tones, but more toned down version. I'm actually wearing pink right now, so it's just a more toned down version. But it still gives you that color peeking through and being very, you know, pretty and glittery. Now, I don't love the fact that this one's glittery, although it's not too noticeable, but I just want to put it out there. Now, I have two other glosses, which are definitely more clear glosses. I just feel like there's something very nostalgic about a clear gloss. So I have the shade Strawberry Sky from Los Angeles. I could put this, like, swatch it, but it's honestly just a clear gloss. It's a very nice clear gloss. So I just wanted to put it out there. Now, something that is a little similar to pink, but it's way, way, way more sheer is this one from Lunar Beauty. I will say he has very, very nice components. And again, it's just very juicy. So it has a slight light tint, but almost clear. Now, the difference is honestly those glitters, you actually can see them, and especially in the lips. So I just wanted to note that. But that's kind of the vibe this spring. Glittery, soft, pinks, mauves, rosy. That's what I'm going for. Now, something more pigmented. I do have two liquid lipsticks also from Los Angeles, and that's going to be Spicy Pink as well as Skimpy. Now, I will say these two are actually quite similar. So this is Spicy Pink, which is more warm toned, and then you have Skimpy, which is a little bit more cool tone mauve. But again, it just has those rosy vibes that I'm really going for this spring, and I really want to get some good use out of them this spring. Then I have two last colors that are honestly bold. So let's start with Ghosted. This is from ColourPop. Is from their original launch. This is their Luxe Cream lipstick. Now, it looks more neutral, or maybe it looks a little reddish there, but it's actually quite pink and in your face. My dogs. But it's not actually as bad as What If, which is the other shade I have, which is very much so, bam, almost red, pink, just color. It's almost reddish pink color, and it's beautiful. And that's that's me shopping my stash. This is what's bringing me inspiration. When I went through my entire collection, I was like, okay, what brings spring to me? This is what caught my eye. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm curious to know what it is that you're currently like using that is bringing all the spring vibes to you. Because I would love to hear about it. So please leave it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.